Welcome to Kawanna's Corner.
Kawanna. You better holler if you know what's up, small town chick. Big city tip, trying not to piss her off, cause she flip with them lips and she thick with them hips. Quick to put you on blast, but she can keep it ladylike and do it with class. Ain't got too many ladylike because they all mad everybody.
Welcome and thank you for tuning in. You're about to kick it with Kawanna. Today we have two very special guests, one by the name of Kenneth Guidroz and the other one is none other than Jack Spratt. The first person we're going to interview is Kenneth Guidroz, a model who just appeared on Vh1's Tough Love. So we would like to welcome on to the set of Kicking It With Kawanna, Mr. Guidroz.
How you doing? How you doing? I'm good.
Hi.
Glad to have you.
Okay. All right. So you were on this season, Vh1 Tough Love.
Right. Yeah. A couple months ago, you know, I got an offer to come in for an interview because they were shooting the reality show Tough Love here in New Orleans. So, you know, I wasn't doing much at the time, so I thought, you know, why not? Why not give it a shot? So went in for an interview, wound up getting it, and made the first episode, which came out I think maybe 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
So it was a good experience. You know, it was just nothing too big. You know, as far as my career is going. You know, I mean, I'm a model now, but you know, it was something to do and something I can always, you know, look back on and tell my kid.
Okay. All right. So hold up. You're gonna have to slow down. Okay. So you are a model.
Right. I am officially a published model now.
Okay. You're a published model. Okay, how long have you been a model?
I've been trying to model. Well, not trying. I've been at it for almost a year now. But within the last, I would say, 4 or 5 months, is really just, you know, starting to take off for me. And you know, recently, I would say maybe the last month, I got my first magazine tears, which makes me now an official published model.
Okay. So do you have an agent?
I do have an agent. His name is Eric Gannison. He can be reached at Eric Gannison Photography at mensboard.com.
Okay, so what inspired you to become a model?
It's a couple different factors that came into it. First of all, I want to give my mom credit for it because she would always tell me, you know, you just have a look. I give you a look and I think you should model. She would always tell me that. But you know, you know, all my friends know me. I played football, so I was always into football. Okay,
so you went to sports first.
Right. I'm an athlete first.
You're an athlete, and I see you all tatted up.
Yeah. It just came. I guess it kind of came with football and living that lifestyle. You know, all the other guys were getting them. So. Okay,
so what are some of the artwork?
A lot of it is just it's called tribal work. Like all this stuff here is called tribal. I have a couple other things that actually mean stuff, like my mom's name. I have the fleur-de-lis.
So it means stuff. Okay, yeah, What does this Nasty Boys? What does that mean?
I have my Nasty Boy tattoo. Call it NB, for short for Nasty Boy. So it's a hometown group. Kind of into sports like softball. It's like a softball team. They recently got a basketball team and a football team, as you know. But
so there's teams called the Nasty Boys.
Well, the group is called Nasty Boys.
The group is called Nasty Boys.
Yeah, it's a bunch of my friends, you know, and just, I don't know how the name came up. When I came into the group, it was already made up. And I just kind of fell in with them. Okay. And all the other guys if you were in the group, you had to get the tattoo, so.
Oh, Lord, so everybody has the same tattoo?
Yeah.
Okay, so your mother has always told you that you had to look to become a model. Right.
She's always.
And then within, what, the past year, you decided to get an agent, or how did that come about?
Within the last year, I actually have another friend, a female, who's an inspired model. She models, so she's not, you know, big time yet, but she's, you know, she's trying. But she gave me some advice. There's this website called Model Mayhem, and it's kind of like Facebook, except it's just photographers and MUAs and, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So you know, she told me I should make one. I should, you know, and put some pictures up there and see what happens.
So someone reached out to you.
Well, I knew her. Yeah.
Okay.
I knew her. Personally.
No, I mean your agent or whoever.
Oh yeah. Well, the guy that got me into it is the guy for Crave. The magazine is called Crave. And his name is Thomas Williams. And he reached out to me. He sent me a message one day, and just was like, "Man, you got a great look." I've been in this business and I know what it takes. And you really have a look, but it's a certain amount of things you need to do in order to pull that model out of you. And I kind of...
Yeah. Okay, I want to talk to you about your experience on VH1's Tough Love. We're going to get into more of that after the commercial break.
Are you planning to sponsor an entertainment event, a recreation event, a fundraiser, or maybe your grand opening of your new business, and you need the right team to produce your event? Well, search no more. Give Tyrone a call.
I think you better call Tyrone.
Of Mopar Stunners Social Car Club of Entertainment, New Orleans chapter, at 504-259-9312. Let Tyrone make your next event more than just a social gathering, but an extravaganza. Mopar Stunners Social Car Club of Entertainment, where our motto is, we aim to entertain.
And we are back with Mr. Guidroz.
Kenneth Guidroz.
Kenneth Guidroz. Okay, so you go by KP.
Right, I go by KP. Don't ask me how I got the name. I don't know.
Yeah.
As growing up, I guess people kind of found it short. My middle name is Paul.
Okay, well,
so
that's where it comes
from.
from.
From Paul.
Okay, and for people that's watching and do not know, you are from Plaquemines Parish.
I am from Plaquemines Parish, born and raised.
So am I.
Yeah.
So you know that's a good thing.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to talk about VH1's Tough Love.
Okay.
How was that experience?
It was not what I ain't gonna say not what I expected, because I guess I didn't really know what to expect. But it really wasn't nothing too big. It was just I like to meet new people,
okay.
and I just seen it as a chance to meet new people and make new friends, because you never know, who are they and what are they going to do with their lives, and if you're ever going to need them. So I mean, I just took it as that, it's a chance to be on TV, it's a chance to get recognized and just meet new friends. Okay,
so how was the now you got eliminated, right?
Right, I did.
So how was the experience, the elimination process? How did you feel once you were eliminated?
I kind of knew I was going to get eliminated.
Okay.
Because a reality show, that reality show, it is what it is. It's reality, and
yes.
And I kind of wasn't feeling any of the girls. I guess.
Okay.
I guess they just wasn't, wasn't for me, or I just wasn't looking for them or anything.
But it was a great experience.
Yeah, it was. It was a great experience, but move on. They're gonna move on. I moved on, and they're still doing the show, and I wish them the best.
And you still support them.
Right, I still
That's
support
what you
them,
do.
yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna wrap up the show with you, but I want you to to tell us what was your, biggest fears and what are your biggest challenges and biggest fears?
My biggest fears, honestly, are the fear of regret.
Really?
One day, when I gotta hang the shoes up and not be able to do it no more, I don't want to sit back and be like, I should have did this, or I could have if I just tried a little harder. I'm gonna do it now, and I'm gonna try and give it my best, and
if it works out,
if
but
it
at
works
least
out,
you know
it
that
works
you
out.
tried.
Right, as long as I know I tried.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's my biggest fear of regret.
Okay, and your biggest challenge of being a model? I know that you love the girls. I mean, I know you have to have a lot of female fans.
Of course, that comes with the
as well as male fans. You're gonna have male fans also.
Right, of course. Actually, when I first got into this thing, my first question, my agent asked this to all his models. He said, "Who do you think is going to be your biggest fan base as a model?" And I came right out of the bat and I said probably gay people, And he said, you are absolutely right. Your biggest fans are going to be other men. Yeah, women are going to like you, of course, but your income and your support is going to come from other guys. You just got, if you can deal with that and just know that it's all business, then I'll go forward in business. But just know that they're not out there that, it's just that, they are who they are, and they're
exactly. You have to welcome all people,
right,
especially in this business. Of course, you have to welcome all people and respect all people,
right.
And it's going to take you further. Okay, so is there anything that you would like for the people to know before you sign off? And do you have a Facebook page, Twitter page, or a fan page? How do you like for your supporters as well as your fans to keep in contact with you?
You can contact me through my website. I have a website, www.kennethguidroz.com. There's a Twitter icon and a Facebook icon on there you can just click on. and it'll take you to any one of those. Or you can go to my agency website. It's www.mensboardmodelmanagement.us, and I'm in the fashion division.
Okay. Well, so all of your stuff, pictures and everything is on your website.
Right.
Okay, good, because I was going to get you to take your shirt off, but since it's already on your website, I'm just not going to ask you, okay? All right, well, thank you so much for being a guest.
You're welcome. You're
Okay,
welcome.
thank you. Coming up next is none other than Jack Spratt.
Artist Showcase, May 24th at the Chill Spot. If you have talent, well, it's your time to shine. Great prizes on the line. Deadline to enter is May 17th. To book a slot, contact 504-307-5920 or 504-339-2475. Prizes on the line, which include a music video, studio time, and a TV interview, and much, much more.
And we are back. We have none other than Lil Reva, All About the Benjamins Laden, and the list goes on. Mr. Jack Spratt. Thank you so much for being a guest on Kicking It With Kawanna.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, first I want you to know that I'm a big fan.
Really?
Okay, yes,
I
you are
appreciate that.
very,
Thank you.
very funny.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Okay, so how did you first get started
Well, actually,
in comedy? So, you know, in comedy.
in comedy.
Yeah, because I think you were doing other stuff. We're going to talk about all of that.
Oh, we are?
Yes, we are.
Okay, so I can just go straight to the comedy?
Just go straight to the comedy, though.
Okay. But it's hard for me to talk about the comedy without talking about my frustration for how I got into comedy.
Okay, well, go ahead. Do your thing.
Okay. I started out doing music, doing
Okay.
hip-hop, being an artist in 03. Grinded, did all of the right things, and I just kind of got frustrated with it, you know what I'm saying? So
what was your name as an artist? Was it Jack Spratt?
Jack Spratt.
Okay.
Right. Still have some fans out there in New Orleans. They still know me from music.
How did you get that name? Jack
That's
Spratt.
an
What
old
made you-
nursery rhyme, an old
Okay.
English nursery rhyme. I learned it in elementary,
Okay.
threw it in my rap, you know, when I first started. And
Okay.
It was catchy, it stuck, so I ran with that.
All right, so that's how you got the name.
Yes.
You started out rapping.
Started out rapping.
Were you whack?
No, I don't think I was way. I think I'm still a pretty quality artist.
Okay.
But specifically, no, not bounce.
Okay.
It's hip hop.
Okay, hip hop.
Rap.
Okay.
Yeah, hip hop, rap. I'll say that.
Okay.
But it's a very small circle here in New Orleans. If you don't rub the right elbows with the right people, or if you fall out of favor with the core group here, it's difficult. You know, you have to leave here possibly.
That's what everyone keeps saying.
And even if you leave here, it's a popular genre of music. Everyone wants to be a rapper. Everybody wants to rock the mic. Everyone sees diamonds, cars, and they want to do that. So, and there's a lot of pressure, you know, as an artist to, you know, not to go this way and not to go this way. You have to, you know, if you want to get signed or you want people to like you or like your music, you have to look this way, dress this way. And I just kind of got tired of that. I just started doing what came natural, having fun.
And that's when the frustration began.
Right.
And then that's what brought on.
Jack Spratt, PPTV, my television show.
Okay, and that's Petite Playboy
Television.
See that? I told you I was a fan.
I see that.
Okay. All right. So, what was your first character?
My first character was Uncle Poteet.
Okay.
That was that's based on the Cajun chef. So he dresses up in suspenders and some underwear, and he cooks very rare, peculiar dishes.
Okay.
In his Cajun kitchen.
All right. So now wait, let me ask you this: did you do any stand-up comedy first? I mean, how did you start? So you went straight into.
I've never done stand-up in my life.
Really?
Right. And you know what? I know I have the talent to do it, but I like being in my own lane. You know, like there's no competition doing what I do. I'm an oddity. You know, I'm an enigma, and I like being that. I like doing skits and being an entertainer.
Okay, so with comedy, that's the type of comedy that you're gonna do. You're doing skits.
Sketch comedy, right?
Sketch comedy.
Correct.
Okay, because when I would see you in pictures and you're like at Club Envy and you're just dressed up as a, you know, I don't know, Bin Laden or whomever, you had a lot of people that you would dress up as. So you've always done it. You've never done.
No, I've never done stand-up.
Okay.
A big part of my promotion was just guerrilla marketing, hitting the streets with different costumes on.
Yeah.
With marching around like a marching character with drums.
Yeah.
Just creating a buzz, creating promotion. It doesn't matter if you're talking negatively about me or positively. If you're talking, mission accomplished. So
Okay.
that's what I did.
So that's how you feel. If you're talking, mission accomplished.
Correct.
Okay. And how long have you been doing this?
It's going on about 3 years now.
Really?
Yeah, it's going on 3 years. It'll be 3 years in October.
Okay.
Started really October 2009.
All right. And so do you think that you found your niche? Do you think that this is your calling? This is what you're supposed to do, sketch comedy?
Definitely. Undoubtedly.
Okay. All right. So we're going to talk more about the actual characters, what inspired them,
Okay.
how did they come about, you know, if you're going to take it into film or whatever. Okay, so we're going to talk more about that after the commercial break.
All right.
Are you planning to sponsor an entertainment event, a recreation event, a fundraiser, or maybe your grand opening of your new business, and you need the right team to produce your event? Well, search no more. Give Tyrone a call.
I think you better call Tyrone.
Of Mopar Stunners Social Car Club of Entertainment, New Orleans chapter at 504-259-9312. Let Tyrone make your next event more than just a social gathering, but an extravaganza. Mopar Stunners Social Car Club of Entertainment, where our motto is, we aim to entertain.
Okay, we are back. Let me ask you this about your characters.
Yes.
Okay, which one is your favorite character? Like, which one feels more, you know, natural for you to? I mean, you were a clown. Now, what's his name?
Petite the Clown?
That's Petite the Clown.
Right.
Okay, and then you have the one that I like, all about the Benjamins Laden. And then you have the one I was cracking up. I think he was some sort of fake thug. It was like New Orleans Exposed.
No,
but
Cutthroat Courtney.
Okay, so wait, that's Cutthroat Courtney.
Cutthroat Courtney.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about him.
Okay.
All right, what was your inspiration behind that? Was it the New Orleans Exposed and you were just trying to shed light on it to make it a more, you know?
Well, actually, the guy who did the real New Orleans Exposed skit, he shot my skit too. So a guy named Jeremy Brock, who I work with.
Okay.
So he came to me and said, "Hey Jack, I want to work with you. You know, I want to do something, get some footage on you, and just, you know, do something, do a skit or whatever."
Okay.
So I thought it'd be a good idea to spoof the work that he already did, you know, because that's what he was known for. So, you know, it was kind of risky.
Yeah, it was funny though.
Because I was spoofing gangsters and killers and thugs right here in our city who know me, you know what I'm saying? But
I'm pretty sure they, you know, you didn't call names. It's not like, you know.
Right, but I think because it was funny, they let me, hey man, let him go. It's funny, you know. I think
I'm glad.
If it right, me too. Thank you, killers in New Orleans. I appreciate y'all for not killing me.
And then who was that other person? Oh, you don't want to say. He was behind the bandana, but I don't know who it was. But he was funny too.
That's CJ Black.
Okay.
He's another comedian.
He's another comedian?
Yeah, in the city. That's my cousin as well.
Okay, so now PPTV. I mean, when you decided to do your sketch comedy, you wanted to come out under your own, you know, brand name, your own television. I mean, so is it like a YouTube channel, PPTV, or what is it?
Yes, it is. It's PPTV Online. That's the name of the YouTube channel. So go check it out. There's episodes on there, there's skits on there. There's a lot of things on there for Jack Spratt. Plus, I have a lot of other YouTube videos that are just under different channels. You know, if this videographer may shoot something on me, like Dark Skin Jermaine, you know, it may be on his channel.
Yeah.
Like Jeremy Brock, he may have something on his channel. Kevin Dixon, that's another guy I work with. Some stuff may be on his channel.
Okay, so when you started doing sketch comedy, did you decide at that point that, okay, I'm going to, not only am I going to do sketch comedy, but I'm going to also take it to TV, or did you think that you were just going to kind of do it in, you know, around the city and the TV came about later?
Well, the whole concept was for me to have my own show. You know, I think being in music, it taught me that I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to, you know, move at my own pace and creatively do what I wanted to do the way, you know, I wanted to do it without having to answer to anyone.
Okay.
So what I wanted to do is create a show instead of just auditioning for somebody else's show.
Instead of being my co-host, you just want to just do your own.
I mean, well, we can talk about that too, but what I'm saying is I just wanted to create my own show, get my own fan base created, and then have, if someone big wanted to pick it up, then they'll come to me and then we could discuss that.
But you know what though, let me tell you this. I reached out to you one time before, like around in October. And the funny thing is that I was kind of looking for a co-host. So, you know, in a way it's like I'm glad you didn't respond, because then you probably would have just took over my show, because, you know, so.
Well, I don't, that's not that type of person.
So, no, but I actually, you know, and I'm like, because I would watch, you know, we're Facebook friends. And I would watch your stuff, and it was like you would put up all kind of funny mess, and I'm like, man, this dude is funny. And so, you know, I would just read your page, and you know, you would take shots at people and put up ridiculous old school pictures. I'm like, where do you even find this stuff from? So,
me take shots.
You know what though? The funny thing is, even whenever you never know who's a fan, you never know who's watching you, because you probably would have never known that I knew all of this stuff about you, but I've been following you, and you know, even though you're not following me back on Twitter at Kawanna100, but
I didn't know. I'm sorry.
See, thanks. But okay, so I know that you know I was going to ask this question.
I do. What question?
Lil Reva.
Lil Reva, yes, a character.
Lil Reva, a character.
You better believe her.
Okay, let me ask you about that, because I was on your Facebook page, of course, stalking, you know, reading whatever I was doing, and Frida, a New Orleans native, you know, bounce artist, and you know, and I'm a fan of Frida. I'm a fan of really everyone that's actually trying to do something.
That's an artist in New Orleans, right?
Yeah, Okay. So you did the whole parody, or what, you know, skit from her performance on the Jimmy Kimmel, or his performance, or whatever, the Jimmy Kimmel Live show.
Okay. That's correct.
That's okay. And so, as a result, it appears that Frida was not happy. So, do you want to touch on that subject?
My brand is very controversial. It's very edgy. I spoof current events.
Okay.
So I saw the artist on the Jimmy Kimmel show. The artist came out with some zebra apparel on. So if you follow me on Twitter and Facebook, you know anytime it's an award show, anytime it's anything, I'm a comedian and an entertainer.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I joke.
Yeah.
I never joke at someone's personal expense.
Exactly.
But wardrobe, if you come out with ostrich on, peacock, I'm going to talk about it. So he came out with zebra on. I talked about it.
So did you talk about Lil Wayne when he came out with the skinny?
Of course.
Okay.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I mean,
okay. So it's all in just, I mean, celebrities get made fun of all the time.
I mean, that's part of it.
Yeah, and I guess if you were not relevant, no one would be making fun of you or talking about you.
I agree.
I mean, I'm just not even a celebrity, and people, you know, take shots at me all the
Me
time.
as well.
It's like, you know, it's like, I mean, it's like it comes with the territory. So, you know, but do you look at it as paying homage, or were you actually? Or you didn't look at it like that? You just was like, okay, it was funny, so I'm just gonna make fun.
Well, initially I didn't look at it as paying homage. I just was joking because I know the artist personally, just from me hosting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't have his number, but I knew him. We were in the same circle, so I assumed that he would know that it wasn't personal.
Okay.
So then, you know, once I found out he was offended, it was personal. I even went on Q93 and addressed it and was like, you know, it's not personal. Now, keep in mind, when I went on Q93, I had on a zebra. So that's the nature of what I do. You know what I'm saying? I'm a comedian. And I dress up. That's really the crux of what I do.
Yeah, but it's nothing personal against Frida.
Right, but, I mean, if it's something personal that he has against me, what can I do to control it? And now, Lil Reva's a fan favorite, so I don't know what to tell you, man. So
do you enjoy doing Lil Reva?
I enjoy doing all of my characters.
You actually have a song that you made. I guess Frida has to excuse. I don't mean to be rude. And can you do a little part of that, because we're going to actually show Lil Reva, you know, during the show. So when we go to commercial break, we're going to show a little snippet of Lil Reva. Okay, so give us a little bit of Lil Reva. I know you have sinuses, but we need to hear it.
Excuse, I don't mean to be rude. Just put me in the jungle. Let me do what I do. Excuse. I can't believe you just made me do that.
I did, because I mean I watched it. But anyway, so also let's say that this becomes, you want it to become huge, and you want to do kind of sketchy comedy like what, In Living Color or
Saturday Night
Live.
Chappelle show.
Yeah, because they spoof people all the time. I mean, like what Chappelle did with Rick James. I mean, Rick James thought it was hilarious, and he came on to the show and actually.
That really, it was a resurgence for Rick James' career. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That was nice.
Yeah. So that's what you hope to take from this.
Definitely.
You don't think that it would become, I mean, do you think that that will last, give you longevity? Because, you know what is his name? Oh my God. Said the Entertainer. You remember he had the show and it didn't last because I don't think he was able to keep up with those characters.
Right.
So what about you? Do you think that you'll be able to keep up with it and continue to do sketchy comedy? Because it's a lot.
I think the difference is that Said's niche